How did real estate transfer rituals evolve? Imagine hundreds of years ago, when land was more than just a property. It was a symbol of power and wealth. Back then, transferring land wasn't just a legal act, it was a ceremony. About 500 years ago in medieval Europe, people used a ritual called the livery of season. This was a public event where the seller and buyer met on or near the land. The seller would declare they were giving up ownership and hand over a symbolic item like a clump of dirt, a twig, or a key. The buyer would step onto the land to show they accepted the transfer. This act proved ownership had changed hands and was legally binding. It was all about physical presence and visible acts, making ownership clear to everyone. As time went on, especially by the early 1500s, these physical rituals started to change. Instead of symbolic items and ceremonies, written documents called deeds became the main way to transfer property. A deed is a legal paper that states who owns the land and includes specific words of transfer. The seller would deliver the deed to the buyer, just like the symbolic act of handing over dirt or a key. This shift made records more permanent and precise, reducing disputes over who owned what. Different methods of transferring property also developed. For example, the lease and releases method allowed sellers to transfer land into steps, which kept the process private and avoided public registration. Other types of deeds, like bargain and sale deeds or quitclaim deeds, emerged to handle different interests in property and make transactions simpler. When the English settlers came to America, they brought these traditions with them. Over time, local county registries and public record systems were established. These systems replaced physical rituals with official records that anyone could check. This made it easier to prove who owned a property and helped prevent fraud. Today, when you buy or sell a home, the process still reflects these traditions. Instead of a ceremony with dirt or keys, you sign a deed in front of a notary and have it recorded in a public registry. This recording confirms your ownership and protects your rights. The idea that ownership transfers only when the deed is delivered and recorded remains the core principle. Understanding this history helps explain why formal steps like notarizing and recording deeds are so important. They ensure your property rights are clear, legal, and secure. In short, real estate transfer rituals have moved from physical, public ceremonies to written documents stored in public records. This evolution makes buying and selling homes safer, clearer, and more reliable for everyone involved.